Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are looking at Rolling Thunder, a new hardcore tactical shooter set in the Vietnam War. It's being made on Unreal Engine 5 by 3 dedicated developers and a handful of outsourced developers who are building this game from the ground up with their own money. They're doing this all themselves, like they are working tirelessly and have been for an entire year. Now, it's currently in early alpha and they're having regular playtests with their community from Discord. And I'll be honest, I was one of the people that saw this come up and was like, oh no, it's Burning Lands all over again. But after doing some investigation, talking to the lead developer, Gravelight, I am way more confident in this game's potential. Seeing some of the footage, the behind the scenes stuff, and just the general attitude of Gravelight himself is humbling. So I am excited. We're going to get into a little bit more about the game right now. So let's get stuck into it. Now, as I said, there is some serious potential here for essentially a refined tactical hardcore shooter set in Vietnam, which is what I have been waiting for since I had to stop playing Battlefield Vietnam all those years ago, because no one else was playing it anymore. And, well, I think Battlefield 2 came out, so, you know, that's fair enough. But I've always wanted a large-scale tactical hardcore shooter similar to Hell Let Loose set in Vietnam. And now we might actually get one. Now, these guys have worked on games like Squad, Postscriptum, Rust, and a bunch of other games, so they know what they're doing. The gunplay is best described closest to Hell Let Loose. Again, that makes me happy. I like the gunplay in Hell Let Loose, and I know a lot of other people do. The map design looks like it's going to give me nightmares just hearing people in the bushes. There will be proxy chat and you will be able to hear the enemy, which is something I've wanted for a very long time in Hell Let Loose and every other single game that I play. Now, much like Hell Let Loose and other hardcore milsim games, you've got your roles. Now, you've got your squad leader, obviously, integral, assault, medic, support, engineer, and recon. Now, aside from your infantry combat, we've also got tanks. We've got patrol boats. We've got helicopters, as I've mentioned, both transport and attack, with plans on bringing in what was described as heavy helicopters, which I can only assume means we are going to get the Chinook, which I'm also weirdly excited about. And the most terrifying thing of all is jets, which to me says airstrikes, but player-controlled airstrikes. A little bit terrified, not gonna lie. Seeing like a napalm plume coming towards me and the scream of a jet, I think I'm making up PTSD in my head before I've even got into a proper game. Now, they have a massive plan for this game going forward, and they've split that plan into their roadmap. Yes, I said roadmap. The game's not even out yet. They have a roadmap. Looking at 1817, where they've got their plans for the, alpha, early access, and then once in full release, they've got plans for the future, expanding the game with more factions, more maps, more vehicles, more weapons customization. Just like a Santa list of things that, after speaking to the lead developer, I believe will be possible. Now I can hear the infantry babies crying, "No, helicopters, they'll kill us, we'll never be able to take them down. We can't all just eyeball a Huey from 300 meters with an RPG like you, McBluffin." Well, they've thought of that. They've realized that not everyone is a god tier gamer like myself, and there will be AA emplacements dotted throughout the map. That's stage 1. Later on down the line in development, they plan to allow those AA guns to be towed by vehicles to more strategic locations. Incredible. But even better than that, they plan on using that big helicopter I talked about for towing other things. So potentially the AA guns as well, vehicles, jeeps, tanks, boats maybe. You imagine your squad is sitting in a boat, a Chinook comes in, picks the boat up, drops it somewhere else with you all in it. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited. They currently have 3 game modes: Conquest, which you should know by now, Advanced and Secure, and Frontline, which is an invasion style game mode. Outpost will be a PvE game mode, which will allow you to play with your friends and randoms and defend an outpost against AI player waves, which sounds very fun, and I can see some very good clips coming out of that. One thing that impressed me while looking through their Discord and talking to Gravelight was the transparency in the game development, showing people, you know, what they're working on, how they're working on it, like their ideas, their plans, their visions, what they want to do, how it's going, and small details like actual shrapnel from like mines and claymores and stuff like that, and showing how that works. Like just little things like that just make me think, you know, they care. They're not just here for a money grab. They're trying to make a good game that people are going to enjoy, and they want people to give feedback, which is why they're doing all the playtests. So things like that are giving me a big old heap of confidence in the game. Now, one thing I did also notice was on Steam, there's a couple of negative reviews, and I thought I'd go ahead and like check them out, because I was like, oh, what could be wrong? Like, is there some glaring, like, terrible issues or anything like that? And most of it is it seems to be they're expecting a fully polished game for a early alpha build of a game, and it's just just temper your expectations, man. Like, it's early alpha. The game is not going to be polished. It's not going to be finished. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be missing features. You know, things aren't refined yet. This is the time to test and try and break that game. But expecting it to be that polished is just... that seems a little bit insane to me. But, you know, you crazy cats. Who am I to judge? Oh yeah, I'm McBluffin, and that's what I do for a living. Now, I don't want to try and overhype the game either. But as I said, I am confident. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future with this game. So I'll be keeping a close eye on this game. I'll be linking the Steam page and the Discord down below so you can check it out for yourselves. I would recommend joining the Discord because they will update you when there's a playtest and you can get hands-on experience for yourself. Chat to the community members. Everyone seems very friendly. And if you want to see more footage from this game as it develops, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because I will be following this game when I get on to a proper playtest. I'll be making some videos on that, talking about it, my thoughts, all of that good stuff. Let me know what you think about this game's potential down in the comments. Are you excited? Are you cautiously excited? Are you done with games? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I've been McBluffin, and I'll see you in the next one.
Nggak main crossover. Ya, udah tahu ya. Hold it, I'll try and capture.